Well, it is all over in Loftus Stadium. Mamelodi Sundowns 4 Golden Arrows. Iqanda. We saw Shalulile with the brace. We saw a beautiful penalty taken by Ribeiro and a nice long range Yamkwena. Those long range is something that we've been hungry for, but he managed to do it today as they take 3 points. Looking forward to a Super Sport United derby, but we're not there yet. Where we are here. This is my views, my expressions. Please do subscribe, share, we are here. You probably wondering what hey, but the most important part is and as usual but to coach Mpela.
Yes, Bob.
I'm
Grand Ambanja.
Go back and beautiful game in Loftus Stadium. No. Dr. Lucas Moripe Stadium. It was a nice game. So many people were hoping for a draw or a defeat to Mamelodi Sundowns so that Amapagapaga would be able to advance, but it wasn't like that.
Yeah, who can expect a draw with an Arrows when Sundowns has went maybe more than 10 years without getting a defeat from them, if I'm not mistaken. So the person that was thinking like that, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't watch that for football, but I hope, because football is unpredictable. Maybe for a hope, yes, because everybody can hope so that they can, the others can beat others, so that they can climb up the log or close the gap at the top of the log.
Let us move to the game. First half, we saw Umkhulise being substituted, and then from that substitution, Umkhulise comes in Shalulile, and as he comes in, he brings a whole different dynamic into the game. As a result, he wins a penalty, and then they score a penalty. There was an opportunity where he was ruled offside, which I thought it wasn't an offside. But all in all, how did you make of the game?
The way I saw the game, Arrows, they defended with a 5-4-1
sure.
And 5-3-2. And then when they were attacking, they were using 4-3-3. Their game plan was to sit deep and be compact, and then go on Lokuzan transition. They had 2 or 3 box entries, especially on the left, on Ucele, because their left back was overlapping, and also that guy, I think, was also number 44, sure. Was also doing hold up play for Bon first half. That was the only thing that they were doing in terms of in terms of their build-up attack. They were playing route one and hoping to play on the second ball, and then the way they were taking set pieces, they were always when they have corner kicks, because they had a couple of corner kicks, they were taking corner kicks, and then to their point of reference was just take the ball to the mid, to the danger zone in the central area. Even when they got the set pieces, the set plays, they were just going. They wanted to go to expose that blind spot, and that was the only thing that was done by Arrows. Is first half. Second half, Arrows, they changed the approach. They approached the game now with a 4-2-3-1,
sure.
And then they were looking, also playing on the right, on the left channel. And then they didn't use the right channel. Whenever they got the ball, they were trying to find that guy that made Umtunyela to get a yellow card. That also made Uchuanis to get a yellow card, but they were only effective on the other side. The only thing where they had glimpses is when they had Unox Mtezo. But when there was Unox Mtezo, they were putting a aerial balls, of which Sundowns was cleaning everything for those high balls. So, and then when Arrows approach the game with the 4-2-3-1, now they were no longer compact anymore. Now they were applying a high press, because Sundowns second half was not were not rushing to go out there. They were allowing them to press, and then they were only pressing with the 4. So technically they were pressing wrongly the way they were pressing, because they were only pressing with the 4. Then the double pivots, they were always scattered, so there was too much gap. So that's why Sundowns was getting more transitions and more verticality, especially in the middle of the pitch. That's where they were trying transition, Sundowns started to be fast now on transition, whereas in the first half, Sundowns was very slow on transition. So Sundowns, they approach a game when they begin the game, they approach the game.
Maybe Mpela, before you go to Sundowns, you speak about the substitution Knox Mutizwa who came in on the second half. You said it's been 10 years Sundowns always dominating Golden Arrows, but there was a game, I don't think it has been 10 years, there was a game that was played Kwamashu, it was muddy, Kwakuneta, and yeah,
maybe 3-2 or something.
Maybe 3-2. Yes, that game. And it was Onyango.
Yeah.
It was a Clermont. It was Onyango on the pole.
Yeah.
And Knox Mutizwa was doing wonders on that game. So the effects of Knox Mutizwa coming to Sundowns, he always raised his hand on these big games. So what was the strategy there for coach not to start Unox?
No, the reason why they didn't start Unox because Unox is aging. Unox now needs to be managed because he's more than 33 years. So he needs to be managed. So that game was a game of high intensity. So that's why we needed younger players because there's the front three or front four that they were having. So they were so fast. So Unox is why he plays more like a target man because now he's aging. So that's why if you notice, he was the point of reference in the second half because he was just always in the box. Whenever he was getting the boxing, that's where they were using our box entries because at the first half they were using our box entries with the pass or dribble to the box, but in the second half they were just hoofing the ball at the top towards Unox Mutizwa. So we were here to hold up for these guys to come in, but the Sundowns was cleaning everything before they come.
Sure, you go to Mamelodi Sundowns, then you say second half. Yes, Mamelodi Sundowns they are already leading. It's 1-0 score. What is the mindset in the changing room? What is the coach's instructions to the players as they come back on fire and score 3 more goals?
First thing, the mentality at Sundowns, because we once complained about the discipline and everything about Sundowns, but today we saw a different mentality. We saw Sundowns that is hungry, the Sundowns that want to score a lot of goals, Sundowns that doesn't waste time. So the mentality is completely changed. We saw a Williams that is vocal, Williams that is not clumsy, the Williams that is not that risk, even at the black, the discipline, they wanted to keep the clean sheet at all cost. You could see that they want to keep it because then they wanted to win this. I think the game of yesterday, of Isoeto Tap, it's the one that also had an effect on motivating them, on making sure that they need to grant result as much as possible. So when you're saying what did they do first in the second half? First half they approach the game with the a 5-3-2, so of which it didn't have, but Sundowns was having a joy and having a lot of possession where Ugodi saying they were attacking in and Mkulise were attacking in, Marcelo, a lot of mobility in and around the box, but the way it was so compact, so they were always overloading the left hand side, so where Mkulise was always trying to combine, but they were always getting offside because they couldn't time the run, so the ball was just the ball was moving on the ground for most part, but so the coach could read the game and then could see good, okay, now we no longer, we can't penetrate, we cannot get over these people. And then after 36 minutes, and then he makes a tactical substitution where he took out Mkulise and then bring him to Shalulile. So now when we bring Shalulile, there's a point of reference, now it's a different dimension. So what does that tell you? It tells you that now there will be diagonal balls. So we saw Shalulile scored. That thing is not luck, because I've seen the style of these coaches was to play this way, because I told you that Sundowns has improved on set pieces, scoring set pieces, because they always try to when you're holding a line, they just want to find the ball in behind the defense. And in terms of set pieces, they were always playing a short corner, so that it is a short corner, and then when the defenders want to go on a high line to make the players of Sundowns off, and then there would be deep runs that are made where Shalulile nearly got a goal, and then the other one was rolled offside when he was not offside, and then eventually he got that penalty, and then Repero composure take and goal. Then moving from there, then Sundowns went to the halftime leading 1-0. So now the pressure, you could see that now there is no pressure because there was too much frustration in the bench because Sundowns was having a possession and everything, but they couldn't find those final passes, especially inside the box. Although they were making our box interest, especially on the left hand side. On the right hand side, they were quiet. Then in second half, now the approach changed. But the coach started bringing the team to us to see the approach of Arrows, and then when he saw that Arrows now they just wanted to go up and they even changed their structure, and then he realized, and then he made a substitution where he bring the more energy into the pitch, where he bring Matthews. Now the dynamic of the game they change. And they bring Adams, which he played very well. And then if Mkhulise is not watching, Adams is going to take that place and command that place because that guy is an 8, but he is cool. So his second half they were just 2 pivots. It was Adams and also Ulo. Marcelo Allen, and then with the back three, and then all these other guys were just because Sundowns was playing a 4-3-3 second half because it was Ureinas, it was Matthews, Urepero, no Shalulile up front. In the midfield, it was these two short guys, and then they were just passing them verticality because Arrows was trying to look. Arrows when they trying to combine, Sundowns was very good on the ball recover. They just recovered the ball. So first half they were poor, especially on transition. But second half, when they got time for a transition, they were very effective. And I also feel that the score is not a true reflection of the match because I think Repero should have scored maybe 2 more goals because he got a lot of chances. With Shalulile, mentally, you could see that the guy is positive, and then everything is just because even when I say they bring the energy or Matthews, even that goal that they scored, Matthews didn't give up on the goal. Even when it went to the corner, they didn't give up, and then they wanted to just to go, and then after that eventually they just got the result, which is good for Mamelodi Sundowns. Then now they have that gap at the top of the log, so that was the game.
Okay, let's see Vale. But you speak about Ribeiro that could have scored more goals. But I saw something which is unselfishness from the Ribeiro's side when he gave Shalulile to score that last one. And I saw something on the first half from Ukodisang, which is something similar which he did on the previous game in Nedbank Cup, where when you think he should just lay out the ball to his partner to just put it on the back of the net, but he wants to do something difficult. So as a coach, what do you say to Kodisang about sportsmanship?
No, you tell him to cool down, to calm down, to be calm at all the time, and then just make sure that he gives the person that is at a better place the opportunity. But also, you also understand as a coach that a player wants to when you are a player, you are judged by how many goals do you score. It's because Kodisang is playing in the front three. So you are judged by how many goals do you score. So when you get the opportunity, I don't crucify him because although he had shots, but the shots were on target.
Targets are safe.
If the keeper is saved, it's far better than saying why rather than a miss. So you tell the player that you must be cool, calm in the box. The goals will come, even the assist will come because Ribeiro today you could say that the goal doesn't want to come, especially in open play. But he's a big heart of being unselfish, and then it made the team because at the end of the day we all celebrate. So you must understand that this is a team sport. But I understand why Kodisang wants to score because he wants to. He's no longer. He's not in the first lineup. So he's not in the lineup. He's still on the bench. So he's still whenever he get the opportunity. So he wants to make sure that he is. So that's why. So it's easy. It's not that difficult to manage the thing, but you keep on giving him a chance. Once he get one assist, once he catch a goal, then it will just come natural.
Yeah. Well, that's just about it. Mamelodi Sundowns 4 and Golden Arrows. As I said, KZN. I feel bad for Golden Arrows when they lose. Golden Arrows, Amazulu, Royal AM, Zongaza like KZN. Aye, man. Oh, Richards Bay, you ngenzani ngishiya ubiyela. Aye man. So anyway, Today,
When I always remember the coaches. When I remember when I remember the bosses, I know the coaches.
let me leave the coaches because so ngikhulumela coach wakho Richards Bay, but let us do close. This is my views, my expressions. Makuthi uyaqala ukujoina, please do subscribe, share, utshele nabanye ukuthi we are here. Next week sizobe hleli phansi ihlalo zethu soyibuyisa ziyabuya siyazidinga. From mina mfana mnikazi kaphela uchaza ijabane baqoqa komele hlakele. We are out of here.